Hello everybody, my name is Ep.3 and welcome back to Let's Play Vic2, Napoleon's Legacy as the British Empire. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So, what we were planning on doing is that we were going to invade the British Union. How exactly we're going to get that done, I'm not 100% too sure. Nobody in the area will actually give us military access, at least I don't think they will. Yeah, there's nobody around here. I just checked. Nobody here will actually give us any access. So we might just have to do a naval invasion. If you look here, you can see that they have no brigades. They have 4 ships. What kind of ships those are, I'm not 100% too certain of. I'm assuming they don't really have anything though. They might just be transports for all I know. So what we were doing is that we were going to build up our army. We can have up to 12 brigades. You know, not a ton. But we have 35 ships, we have a decent amount of transports, and as you can see here, we are building a lot of steam transports, so hopefully that should be done, because these guys down here, hopefully those transports will be done by the time these guys get back home. So I think there are a few more troops we can, oh no, we have one more in Africa actually, so how about, we have 2 cannons. We have 1 cannon being built here. Let's build another cannon here. Oh, that's in Asia, actually. So, because that's in Asia, we actually can't go anywhere. Well, actually, what we have to do is that these guys have to get onto the transports. They need to get onto the transports. We'll take them back home. Because these troops are going to take a little bit of time. They need wool and liquor. Well, actually, this one needs wine and liquor. So, we'll go into trade. We will just buy up some liquor, some wine, and some wool. Just get enough of this so that we can actually train troops right away. And they have 24 out of 40. Also, we're only on speed 1. Let's increase that. We are in 7th place. We are beating the Russians. Not by much, only 6 points. So not, you know, a stupid amount. Army attrition's gone down. Our hospitals, plus 1%. I'm not actually 100% too sure what military hospitals actually does for us. Yeah, it should be good. I think it just makes casualty rates lower, which is always a positive. Mexico is trying to, or the United States is trying to get Mexico out of our sphere. Hopefully, I mean, we should be fine here. I don't think... We'll put 1 point in Mexico. And we can also increase our opinion of Gran Colombia, get them up to cordial. We are spending almost all of our points here. Also, we don't need to do so many points in Spain. Because I think they're cordial, but they're not doing anything. So we could just, I think, safely ignore them for the moment. So where exactly are these troops being built? We got 1 troop being built in Zulu. And 1 troop being built over here in the recently acquired Indian territories. And what we should be doing, we should just be doing more of these wars. We should invade other countries using these guys and just kind of expand in all directions. Hyperbat, like you guys. Actually, no, they wouldn't be able to get military access through Orissa here, so that actually doesn't help us out too much. Burma, maybe? They do have this coastline, but it's mostly just grains, so it's actually not that valuable. And I want something on the coast. Like, I don't want to annex, say, this person here, because it'll just be inland and it'll look kind of bad. So we just kind of want to annex coastal provinces. We could maybe go for this state. It's only got 2 provinces, though. Once again, only fish and liquor. And they are actually being sieged down by Siam, so it's actually not going to work out for us. We might not be able to take it. So yeah, how about we try to get Pegu? We'll demand a concession, because it's super cheap, the war score cost. That, well, the infamy cost, not the war score cost. That we should be able to get it done pretty easily. Might even have to get a 2nd state here. This is the capital state, so we can't take this one. But this one becomes available. We can maybe take this one here, depending on how we feel about it. And with their war with Siam, is Siam trying to take any territory? They're not. And oh, there's actually a lot of wars just kind of fired off in India right there. Annex Indore. So what are they trying to do? They're trying to annex Indore. And Hyderabad's trying to annex this guy. So there's a big war going on there. So that is going to be interesting to kind of see what goes on. And there's also this war. Okay. And Burma is trying to take... Actually, no. Burma's trying to take Shan, which is this province. And Vietnam is trying to take Laos, which is this province here. So Siam could get pretty neutered here. And actually, Johor... They do have a lot of... Well, they have one gold province, but I'm pretty sure they'll get a few more gold provinces in the future. So maybe we should also start fabricating claim on them and try to annex that country as well. We got discovered, only 3 infamy, not too bad. And we have our 21 troops here. Did the fleet arrive? Your steam transport. And you guys have to dock in Bermuda. Because you're taking 70% at siege attrition. That's pretty bad. We need to get rid of that penalty. There we go. You guys get back onto the ships. Go to Halifax. No. Select the ships. Go to Halifax. Drop those troops off. We have 11 transports now, so we should have enough transports for basically everybody. No more troops sadly available in Quebec. Get Grand Columbia up to friendly. And Burma here, we're at 73, so we got about a month left until war can start here. We got 1 brigade. The first fleet, they're going to have to kind of just hang out here for at least a little bit of time. We have a 30 stack, that isn't enough to get onto the transports. Because we have 12. So we can have a 36 stack. So basically our entire army is just enough to fit onto these transports. But the question is, how many guys can the British Union mobilize? I have no clue. And actually, what we should do, we can mobilize. It's not a lot. We can mobilize 4 brigades, which is pretty much trash. And we got our CB against Burma, so let us declare over. I believe this was Pegu. We'll declare over Pegu. Proceed with that. We'll just let the East India Company, they'll deal with it themselves. We don't have to worry about it too much. USCA wants an alliance, so maybe we should actually secure them then as well. They're allied to the CSA and to us. Grand Columbia is up to friendly, so that means we should be getting them very soon. We're getting 0.44 a day. We're using literate influence to get rid of the United States' influence in Mexico. So we want to have basically complete control over... Oh, the United States actually wants an alliance. Sure. Well, we want basically complete control over the British Isles. You know, we are the masters of this domain. We have 2.4 million. Do has almost as much people as we do, but that's fine. They also have a lot more brigades. If the United States wants to invade us, they just could. There's really nothing we could do to stop them. As you can see here, they have 13 brigades for 12. I mean, if we had all our troops home, then maybe it would be fine. You guys are almost at 100%, so go to the Zulu. Pick up this stack. Coverage soldiers only at 2.9%, so it's pretty low. Is this another issue? Yeah, it's another issue where there's just a lot of soldiers, but they're all in different provinces. So they can't really recruit anybody. And we got early railroad, fantastic. I think what we're going to do is we're going to get a military tactics advantage. And we're also going to be expanding the railroads, at least in the main part of the nation, being North America. So we have a 30 stack here. Right now it's 7-3. It's not very well balanced. In fact, it's actually so unbalanced that we might actually just get rid of Halifax infantry here. So we'll disband this troop. We will once this updates, we'll build a cavalry in Halifax, just so the numbers are a little bit more even. First fleet is almost in Africa, fantastic. Will the time at sea penalty go away when it's within supply range? It does, okay, fantastic. So it looks like, oh, it's doing fantastic down here in Burma. The East India Company's annexed a lot of the territory. We'll respect their beliefs. So yeah, so we're already at 10%. So this is over Pegu. Can't take, I just wish we could take this state, because it would look a lot nicer that way. But I think actually that's taking this state here. Where's the state? Look, the state actually is different than this state. But they're the same color. It's very, very odd. So who owns the other? Because it says this. That means somebody else owns the other half. Oh, because we own over here. Okay. And it is called Tenzerim, so we are going to add that to our war goal, because we might as well just have the entire coast. It's only 6 war score. Should be pretty easy to get. And Grand Columbia, we can just add them into our sphere of influence. Fantastic, so they are now under our control, basically. They should also accept an alliance at some point. And with the Grand Columbia in our sphere, they are neutral with everybody else. We'll drop them down to 1. And then the USCA, we might as well get them up to max. You know, we're allied with them. They like us, so it just makes sense to have them in our sphere. The first fleet, okay, you are here. Pick you up. Send you over to India to pick up this 3-stack. Yeah, they only have 4 boats still. So if we can just basically go to Dogger Bank with our army, or straight to Dover, just be anywhere in this area, then we could basically just land troops, blitz straight into London, because they will have no brigades, and they would have to mobilize before they could really do anything. And there we go, so we're 6-1-3, so eventually we're going to be a 6-2-4. I mean, that's still not very good, but it's better than nothing, I guess. Burma does not want to surrender. They need 19%, and we're only at 17. And Grand Columbia wants alliance. We'll absolutely say yes to that. Our transports are down here. They're going to be coming up very, very soon. And Reino Undi, I should stop saying that. Fun fact, that's actually United Kingdom in Portuguese. Reino Unido, United Kingdom. It's declared bankruptcy. We do have a CB against them, but I think it would just be dumb because they are friendly with the British Union. Which I guess doesn't really matter because we're going to be going to war with them. But other than that, well, how much money did we owe them? 95 pounds. That's absolutely meaningless. It's a meaningless number. There's the Burmese army. I don't think they're going to attack us. They might try to go occupy some of their territory, but that's about it. Ooh, an international crisis has started. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Can we take us? Can we support? No, we can't support anybody. That's disappointing, to say the least. And also, Hyperbad did actually annex this guy right here. So this crisis over Greece, it could get a lot of the major powers at war with each other, which is interesting. For some reason, the British Union's actually not involved. Aren't they involved in a different war? Oh, we're involved in a war. That's why we can't join the crisis. But why didn't the British Union join? They're a European nation. I thought they kind of had to join. We can get these guys up to Cordial. Mexico, we don't need influence anymore. And Burma, you should just surrender. 20, we're at 19. Like, they should just say yes. I don't know why they're not. They really don't. They don't have a bargaining chip. They can't do anything. Combine, get onto the boats. You guys are going to go over here. And we might actually have to build a handful more steam transports. Get these things done. And also maybe even build some commerce traders as well. We have a lot of naval supply. And speaking of naval supply, can we build more naval bases? Yes, we can. Okay, well, we'll start building naval bases in places where we actually can do that. That one's already... Expand this one. Expand this one. We just have naval bases all over the world. It's actually a little bit of a nuisance to actually deal with all these ports. What we need to do is so we can get colonial power. Expand them in Australia. Are these all? Okay, go into every single Australian state. Build them all up. And luckily for us, nobody's actually started to even try to colonize New Zealand. Surprising to me. Is there just no one else that has range? I'm guessing no one else just has range over here, surprisingly enough. What's the Dutch Republic doing? Oh, this is also owned by Portugal. Well, until we have more presence over in Asia, I don't think we can really expand into Indonesia, sadly. And Burma, 23%, they'll accept the offer. We'll take the entirety of the coast. Imperial India, fantastic. Poor Burma. They're probably going to get, this is Patini. Which is what? Oh, Burma's gonna have. Oh, I just ruined Burma's borders because they're gonna own the state over here. It could be worse, I guess. Our first fleet is coming around Africa. Soon going to be passing the Zulu territory. USCA, we can increase our opinion up to friendly. We'll do that. We're 16 out of 14 now. Are some of you guys flagged? Or are you saying the guys on the boats are now both? No, where's this 16 number coming from? Oh, okay, I see. Because the way the game works, it just kind of gave me all of Burma's armies that were located in these states. Fair enough. Might just want to disband them and actually. Oh, Burma, what have I done? Oh, what have I done to Burma? Yeah, these guys are yellow. But I think we'll just keep them around. I don't think they're not really hurting us, and at least it gives us at least a little bit of a military presence in the area. You know, assuming they actually went anywhere, are they just never going to arrive? They just will never arrive. Weird. Okay, we'll disband those armies then. Very, very odd. Where can we recruit troops then? Okay, in Pegu. We will build 2 infantry. They will rally here. And our first fleet is just coming up around. White peace between the Ottomans. Disappointingly enough, I wanted Greece to be independent to weaken the Ottoman Empire. Would have been probably beneficial for us to do that. I mean, we do have the US on our side. If we were to attack the British Union, would they join? Who would join? Spain? Peru wouldn't, but everybody else would. So very, very interesting. That actually does increase the odds on our side. By quite a factor, actually. Having the United States, even though they're just this area, they do have 4 transports. They have almost 40,000 men. We'll wait for these guys to get home. And transports do cost supply, right? Yeah, 1 supply, 2 supply for the steam transports. Because in New World Order, they just actually didn't take anything. They were just completely fine. So you have 54, we have 20 transports. That is quite a bit. Will this number go up when we train these new brigades? Maybe. It would be nice if they did. No, it's still stuck at 4. Disappointing. These guys will combine. USCA. We can add them to our sphere now. Drop them down to 1 influence. And now after that, who shall we be influencing instead? They're friendly with the CSA, or the United States is friendly with the CSA, so we're not going to even think about trying to get them. Peru is our ally, so it would make sense to influence you. Influencing you, but him. Other national investors. How the British Union spent £10,000 on you. Thank you for nothing. We're going to influence Argentina then. You know, we need to keep up our own weird British Monroe doctrine going on here. You know, we control a lot of, you know, a lot of the New World. At least in our sphere. Not, you know, directly, sadly. But I do think we have to... Well, first things first. We're going to mobilize. They're going to mobilize out of here. We should have enough transports for the thing to work out just fine. Get another 12,000 men. Not a lot, but could be worse. We're losing a lot of money right now. That's, you know, that's acceptable, I think. Is there anything else? Is there something we're spending a lot of money on that we really shouldn't be? Not really. We're spending a lot of it on the army, and that's kind of where most of the money needs to be going. We have 3 projects, railroads. Yeah, I mean, we'll fund them. Sure, why not? We have 800,000 pounds in the bank, so losing 144 a day isn't actually that big of an issue. We'll get, what is that, 48,000 troops? March on the British Union. And we'll try to probably take Scotland first. I mean, we could also, I was going to say invade Ireland, but, you know, they're allied to the French. So that absolutely will never be happening. At least until the alliance is kind of kept here. Supply limit is 52. These guys are all combined up. Combine. Onto the transports. But if we could just get military access to one of you guys, just this one. Well, who does the British Union hates the French. So maybe when we declare war on the British Union, the French will actually just give us military access. They are allied to the Knights of St. John. Who, if I had to take a guess, are these guys? Oh no, Malta. How spooky. Well, let's kind of completely ignore them. And not worry about that at all. So here we come, Britain. We're I mean, do I call them Britain? I guess so. We're the Empire. They're Britain. It's kind of different slightly, but we'll try to take as much territory as we can, especially since they only have, you know, the 0 brigades. It should work out just fine. So the Mughals have almost finished their war of annexing Indore. Hyperbad. I mean, there's some powerful Indian empires kind of showing up on the continent now, which is a little bit scary. It'll definitely kind of worsen our influence in the area. But I think, well, what's the most industrial? Northwest. What's their military tech at? 5? So we're, I think, actually ahead of them. Southeast, northwest. Yeah, so northwest here. So take Scotland and like these two maybe, if we can actually afford that. We got this tech. Let's lower the combat width. And Max at 0? Supply range. St. Louis. Where the hell is St. Louis? Okay, no, I'm going to go with that's probably not the right province. Oh, it spells saint, like actual spelling of saint. Okay. Oh, we're actually getting supplied from down here. I'm actually... That actually reaches up here? Okay, well that's fine. Well, Britain, I think we're going to declare war over that. We'll start with the Highlands and make our way down. 39 war score, actually. Wasn't this just 27 war score? Well, we'll take Northwest England then, if that's how it's going to work out. It'll make the borders look a little bit ugly, but, you know, by the time we're done, we should hopefully have annexed the entire continent. Or the entire isle. We'll call in our allies. Oh, now they won't accept. Why would you not accept now? You would accept earlier. Well, fine. We'll declare over Northwest England. We won't call in our allies then. We'll land our troops. We'll have to go straight to London. So what is our navy? It's 2 heavies, 2 lights. We have 7 heavies, 27 lights. So I'm going to go with our numbers are probably just fine. We'll split up at least a little bit. Do we have enough generals? We do. Argentina, we can get up to Cordial. So the United States, you won't join us? Form an alliance. Apparently our alliance broke with them. Oh, now they'll accept. On June 5th, I don't know why. For some reason it was kind of broken. They have 4 brigades. We want to make sure that, well, for one, we want the United States to join us. I don't know why I'd say they wouldn't accept before, but now they will. Yeah, okay. Weird. I don't really know why. Well, how many troops? They have 4.5 million people. They have 5 brigades, 6 brigades mobilized. I'm just hoping that having, how many brigades? You don't have a leader. Who the hell is this? Oh no, that's the guy, this is the guy in Burma. No, okay, so that's completely worthless to us. Oh, the elections have started. That's fine. They're not 10 brigades, 11 brigades. We are at 18 brigades, and are actually no, we're at 16 brigades, and they're here. So hopefully they don't get more than 16 brigades. They probably will, though. And I'm hoping that one, the Hudson Bay Company sends troops. It looks like Maurice Channel. Okay, it looks like the United States is sending troops. Hudson Bay, I think, sent troops as well. So hopefully with all of these guys in a little coalition against the Union. I mean, it doesn't really make sense. If the United States was to support anybody, they should support the Union because they're a democracy, but you know, that's fine if they don't. It's fine by me. We'll dock up our boats. We're actually losing a surprising number of men. Grand Columbia wants alliance. Say yes. Yeah, we'll sign a general in charge here. We've already taken London, which is great for us. Okay, we'll occupy this territory. We're already at 8%. Yeah, we lost most of our alliances. Actually, we were never allied to Mexico. They're still allied to the U.S. So now, I don't know why they weren't going to join the wars before, but now they'll join. Seems a little bit broken to me. They have 11 brigades, so I think they're done mobilizing. So I think even without the United States... Oh, well, there's actually guys right there. I mean, it's pure infantry army. 2 attack. Do you have a good defense leader? Defense +2. Oh, you're actually better. Oh, they're taking huge casualties. We've won. Which one of you has an attack? Attack +2. Attack +2. Morale has a really big modifier. So we'll chase them down. And hope they don't have a good defense. Oh, he's actually pretty good at both. But about even casualties. Actually, that's not true. Well, we'll switch out the troops. Switch out the armies. Actually, we technically lost a battle. But this one we should just win. Hands down, no problem. And there go 1.6 war score. We'll kind of follow them. You guys go to London. Reinforce. The Hudson Bay Company's engaged the enemy navy. We'll send our boats up there. And yeah, okay, we're reinforcing here. We're sieging down this province. free trade because nobody likes anything other than that. Ooh, 5.2 prestige basically for free. United States Army is up here in Scotland. Fantastic. But I do think that this is going to be a good time to end this episode. So thanks everybody for watching. My name has been Anthem. If you've enjoyed, remember to thumbs up. If you don't enjoy, you can always thumb down. If you want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.